Happy New Year, happy 2024. The real estate market in the Reno-Sparks area jumped up by the end of the year, but how high did we end up year over year? Let's jump in and take a look. Welcome back, everyone. And like I said, Happy New Year. And we ended up 9.5% year over year for Reno-Sparks for median home price, $565,500. Again, that is for a single family home in Reno-Sparks, up from $555 last month. From there, if we go down and look at the last 13 months here, you can see we didn't get back up to where our high point was for the year, nor our record of in May 2022. The highest we hit was $612,500 back in May of 2022. And you can really see here that it's really a flat market the second half of the year. It really stayed flat. And I think 2023 was kind of the year of the flat market. Let's take a look and see how quickly homes have been selling in the area. And you can see it did jump up from 35 days to 46 days. This is the day we put the sign in your front yard to the day you accept an offer for your home. 46 days to contract. Now this is still a bit less than we were a year ago, 53 days. So good news there, not quite as slow, but this is a seasonal time. This was Christmas. This was right after Thanksgiving, holidays. Not too much snow, luckily. At least I'm not complaining too much about, but we saw just a lot of people enjoying, I think, the holidays, family, and I think we're going to have a busy 2024 real estate market, and I'm going to get to that here in a few. One thing I'll point out, though, is homes still are selling relatively quickly. Today is filming of January 8th. And just this weekend, I listed a home on Thursday, and by Sunday, we were accepting an offer on the home. So homes still can sell over a few days, sometimes even faster. So just know if you price your home correctly, you can get it sold as quick as you want, essentially. Let's take a look at our median days to contract by price range. So if you're thinking of selling, how quickly your price range are you to get your home sold? And you can really see a stark change on that right side of the graph there. You can see that basically 750,000 upward are all big jumps. And you can see, stark contrast from the previous month of November, which you see is gray there. With that, I'm going to show you in just a second, but so few pendings and solds happen at this price point that it can range so much. I believe the 1.5 million up was just 9 homes went under contract. So it just takes 1 or 2 homes to really start to skew those numbers. So don't pay too much attention to necessarily that. The lower half of the graph is going to be the most viable data, I believe, for that specific month. But still, that left side of the graph, you can see that a lot of the homes, even the 600 to 750 actually went down from 40 days to contract to 30 days to contract. Like I was saying, the difference in pending sales from December and November, and you can see that the higher price point, only 9 for the 1.5 plus, 1 to 1.5 million, 15 homes went under contract, and 750 to 999, 26 went under contract. So not a lot going on there, but they are still pretty steady in terms of sales. Nothing changed in terms of number of homes selling. And you can see the rest of the graph of the other price points. Nothing too dramatic of a change there. I think the biggest change was the 600 to 750,000 went from 66 homes pending to only 35. Now let's take a look at pending sales by month, and you can see that only 257 homes went pending. And you look back over the last year here, and you can see that all of them were pretty much or just quite that curve, and this is very seasonal. The lowest home sales usually happen December, January of every year in the market here in Reno-Sparks. It's just a fact. But you look back, and I look back to over 10 years, so pretty much almost the Great Recession, and not one month was as low as this of 257. So we did hit a low point in the last decade of pending sales. Now looking at our new listings, how many homes have sold, and our inventory for the area, we're still struggling with inventory, and look at that, it went from 705 homes for sale to 580 homes for sale in Reno Sparks. New listings, only 200 hit the market. That's another low for the year. As I mentioned, I can go back over 10 years and that was the lowest point as well. So only 200 new listings hit. So I think a lot of people were waiting to get past the holidays and the new year. I'm already seeing activity tick up. Just this first week of the market here in Reno Sparks was the most pending homes since before Thanksgiving. So that's good. We saw a lot more uptick, and I think it's going to continue. That's with a snowstorm coming in too. But you can see that the solds went from 318 to 270, and as I mentioned, inventory at 580. Spreading out the inventory, and if you're a buyer, how many homes are available in your price point? You can see that there was every single price point saw a loss in inventory. There wasn't one that gained. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, you can get an idea of your competition out there right here. Now I wanted to end our year, do a little recap of a couple other items for the year. 2023, we saw a low inventory, but not our lowest. Back in 2021 was our lowest point. You can see here, but we did drop, our inventory did drop from last year. We went from last year of 4,378 average active inventory to 3,710. So we did see that inventory decline, and still over a historic average over the last decade, it's definitely down. Month supply of inventory of homes for sale went down from 2.2 months to 2.1 months. This is the balance of buyer-seller market, and even though that seller or that buyer demand is low, because there was a lot less new listings hitting the market, it balanced itself out to the point that it actually favored sellers a little bit more than buyers from November to December. So pretty interesting there. And that's kind of the way I like to look at it, necessarily in a buyer's market or seller's market. Which way is it kind of leaning towards? And it went more towards sellers in December. And looking at the different price points, this kind of tells you more to the story because every price point is a different market here in Reno. And you can tell that, just look at that 1.5 plus 1.5 million plus homes went from 8.8 down to 6.3 months, but still quite different than if you were looking at the $600,000 to $750,000 range. Went from 2.5 months to 1.5 months. That market was in demand. We can see that the 500 to 600 went from 1.8 to 2 months, so just a slight uptick there. But nothing too dramatic in those lower price points below 750. We saw more changes in those higher price points. Back to some annual numbers I wanted to show for you. This one's about new listings. So as I mentioned earlier, it was our lowest new listings in December. And you can see just for each year here, you can see that year over year we're down over 25% in new listings from last year. So last year we saw 6,641 new homes hit the market in Reno Sparks. We didn't even hit 5,000 this year. So there is going to be a backlog of some inventory, I think, too, coming on. I think a lot of buyers were locked into those sub 3, 4% interest rates, and they are holding on to it till they see those interest rates drop just a little bit more to make that jump. So I think we'll see some people wanting to make some moves here in 2024. All right, let's jump into the hyperlocal market, starting with Reno specifically. And this one, I thought this was really interesting, and this is why I like jumping into separating Reno and Sparks and look at it a little bit more. And you can see Reno jumped up month over month, almost 6% to $610,000. So back over 600,000, and year over year up 14.7%. So we did see that jump up And back, it was really interesting. I was like, okay, what was our low point for the year? Our low point for the year was 523,000. So from February 2023 to December of 2023, it went from 523 to 610,000. So very interesting and quite a jump there. Inventory down a lot year over year, and down month over month too. 396 homes available in all of Reno. New listings down as well. Median days to contract, we're going to see these spike up for pretty much all the price points. 47 days to contract there. Closed sales at 183 homes. Let's check out Sparks. Sparks actually went month over month down to 525, but year over year still up over 6% for Sparks. So if you're a homeowner there, good news, your home value still likely went up year over year. Looking at your inventory, down pretty much everywhere. You can look same with new listings. Days to contract is going to be a jump up as well, and closed sales is down. Fernley heading out there, we did see it jump up, almost hit 400,000, but not quite. Up year over year of almost 11%. Inventory down, new listings down. Days to contract 69 days, so almost doubled actually from last month. Driving to our capital of Carson City, we saw just a slight tick downward on pricing, 507 and some change. Active inventory of 82 homes available down in Carson City, only 28 new listings. So 28 new listings, but 36 sold. So that gotta tell you something there as well. Look at that jump in days to contract, up 125% to 71 days. All right, we're gonna head a little bit further south to Gardnerville and Minden. 645,000 median home price, so not too much different month over month, but look at that year over year, almost 23%. My theory is we've got a lot of small homes that are smaller homes on, or more importantly, smaller lots, eighth acre, quarter acre lot homes. And we also have these big multi-acre, 10, 20 acre properties as well. And sometimes maybe more of those larger homes on big acreage properties are selling versus the smaller ones. So I think that's partially it. So it's a little bit more fluctuating when only 33 homes sell, but that's just my theory on a little bit more big changes there. But let's jump to inventory. We saw inventory did actually go up year over year. Month over month, though, it dropped down to 147 homes. New listings at 28, median days to contract at 45, and we saw 33 homes sell. To close us out for Reno Sparks condo townhomes, wow, $390,000 median sales price. That is up 14.7% month over month. And look at that year over year, 24%. So if you are a homeowner of a condo townhouse, you got good news. They're in demand right now, it looks like. So we saw inventory drop. We saw new listings. We saw month over month down 23.5%. Closed sales is up though. So lots of demand for that. Good news. Buyers are starting to come out, and that's going to be my little hint for my upcoming video where I'm going to be forecasting. So watch for that later this month of January. We're going to be forecasting the market of what's going to happen for 2024 here in Reno and Sparks in Northern Nevada. I'm going to give you a hint. I think it's going to be a busy month. We see interest rates starting to drop, and they dropped over 1%, and we're likely going to see them continue to drop throughout the year. So when homes become more affordable in terms of payments, what's that mean? We're going to see more activity. So keep an eye on that. So hit that subscribe button right now. And that way you can make sure not to miss that video. Hit that like button for me as well. That really helps share my video out here and helps me continue making these videos for you. And watch my other videos over here. Thank you so much. If you want to meet and chat about buying or selling in 2024, give me a call. My information's below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.